All right, so if you have struggled to lose weight or lose fat, we'll get into the difference between the two later. Um, or an exercise regimen, and you just haven't seen results, it's likely that we've already heard these phrases before, but don't necessarily know what they mean. Or we have a general idea of what they mean, but we don't quite have the context as to how it applies to you as an individual. And those two phrases, which I honestly grew very frustrated hearing in my time of trying to figure this out, were move more and eat less, and the calories in versus calories out arguments. Now, both phrases are extremely vague, okay? And they apply to absolutely everybody. Okay, this still holds true to this day, but generally, the big missing piece here is the context of what that means for you as an individual. And if we haven't already experienced fat loss, trying to apply these principles, it's likely that we simply haven't fit the right pieces together. You might have started doing the right things, but maybe not necessarily in tandem with each other, because there are a lot of moving parts, especially if you are following the scale. There are so many things that have to line up here, and they have to stay lined up for weeks, months at a time in order for you to see the kinds of results that you want to see. A good fat loss phase is going to take at least 4 weeks, and that means that you have to have all of your ducks in a row, and they have to generally stay in a row for the majority of that month in order for things to reflect the way that you want them to. If you haven't yet followed a diet for more than a few weeks at a time, you might have been right at the edge of your breakthrough, but you didn't see it through all the way to the end to know what that would be. And that's not your fault. The online industry has tried to direct people to think that you can possibly hit incredible, like just kind of outrageous amounts of progress in a month. And therefore, that makes the rest of us who feel like we don't make it anywhere in 2 or 3 weeks to feel like a failure, or even in a month. It's possible that 1 pound of loss that you saw in a month was actually just like, if you did that and you kept going back when that happened initially, how many more pounds you would have continued to lose if you would have continued on for those months. However, depending on the methods that you used to attain that 1 pound a month, would it have been worth it to keep doing it? Possibly not. A big reason why you might have stopped was because it just simply wasn't something you wanted to keep doing forever. Okay? And that we also get into that as well, because you'll want to be able to, in order to keep your results, you'll need to have a process that you follow that you can do, that you feel comfortable continuing to do. And that is possible. It should not be so hard, I assure you. So in order to know where your starting point is for you as an individual, you will need to have a general understanding of how fat loss works. And then you will know more about what you have to do as a person in order to get there. You'll probably have heard a lot of these things before, and that is a-okay. That is good. It means you're probably on the right track here. I mean, we're here, so I would say you're on the right track, and that's what I'm trying to help piece together all of the experiences you've had in the past in order to help frame things and give you the proper layout that you need in order to complete your puzzle that is fat loss, because there's so many moving parts. You probably have almost everything that you need right now. You just need to have the grand picture so that you can start piecing all of the bigger pieces together. Now, if we do not follow this through to the end, I do want to warn you that this could just become another one of those things that you saw and just didn't do anything with. Or if you don't follow it through to completion, if you don't actually take the time to try the techniques, then it'll be another one of those things that have just turned into what feels like a waste of time. I'm going to try and sum things up pretty quickly and succinctly so that you don't have to spend so much time watching and get more into doing and applying to your life. But if it continues, then we just go back into that cycle of, oh, I tried another thing and it just didn't work. But I assure you that you can get there, but you have to be willing to see things through to the end. Your success is inevitable if you don't give up. You can take a break, sure, but you don't want to give up. We want to see something through all the way through to the end and not give up halfway, not leave it half-baked. If you put the pie back in the oven, it could finish and it could still be edible. But if you just leave it half-baked, nobody's going to want to touch it. Okay?